Melody, Shari, and Martell Holt. And honestly, I don't know who told him that was going to work. Because, baby, from what we've seen so far, it's not giving. We saw glimpses of this setup in the last season, but this season it feels like he's going all in on that idea, and the audience is already side-eyeing it hard. Here's the thing. Trisha does not give Melody vibes at all. Melody Shari has a certain level of presence, charisma, and strength that makes people pay attention. She doesn't have to beg for it. It's just natural, Trisha. Well, she might be being herself, as some people like to defend her. But let's be honest, here, sometimes being yourself is just not enough to win over viewers on a reality show. We've caught Trisha in way too many lies already, and it's only making her look less credible. I've tried to give her the benefit of the doubt in the past, tried to root for her like I used to root for Destiny Payton. But every time I try, she just turns around and does something to make me regret it. She lied about never going to Martell's house, but then we find out she was there. She claimed certain things didn't happen, only for us to find out they did. And then she wonders why people aren't buying her storyline. Girl, come on! And then we have Ken. Now, let me just say, this side cannot stand when a man throws in your face all the things he's doing for you. Like it's supposed to be some grand act of charity. Ken knew Trisha had kids when he got with her. That every time something comes up, he's reminding her that he's the one fixing her car. He's the one making her plate when she's hungry. He's the one making her soup when she's sick. Sir, that's literally what you're supposed to do if you're with someone. That's not a special prize. That's called being a partner. It's giving I want credit for basic relationship requirements, and honestly, it's not a good look. It just makes him seem petty and self-centered. Then there's Marquez, who is out here playing hero to everybody but his own kids. And yes, I said it. He's all up in other people's business, trying to save the day for women who don't even want saving, while his own children are left wondering where their daddy is. It's exactly the type of behavior that makes viewers lose respect for a cast member. The hypocrisy is loud. You're out here trying to look like the good guy for the cameras. But in reality, you're neglecting the most important role you have in life. And when you mix all three of these personalities, Trisha, Ken, and Marquez together, what you get is not a replacement for Melody and Martell. What you get is a chaotic mess with none of the star power that made the original couple so captivating to watch. And speaking of chaos, that whole scene where Marquez walked into Trisha's house and started getting into it with her friend, Hugh, if that wasn't one of the most ghetto, disrespectful moments we've seen in a while. First of all, why is he even walking in uninvited like that? Where's the respect? Then he tries to tell her friends she needs to relax, when in reality, he's the one with the attitude problem. The friend clapped back real quick, letting him know he's the one who needs to calm down. It was uncomfortable to watch, not because it was dramatic in a good way, but because it was just straight up awkward and made everybody involved look bad. The reactions from viewers have been exactly what you'd expect. People are questioning why these folks were even brought back this season. Comments like, they brought her back with that tired storyline, and why is she back on the show? Didn't we already say we didn't like her last season? Are all over the place. And honestly, they're not wrong. If your storyline feels stale and you're just recycling old drama, it's only going to make the audience tune out faster. Other viewers have called the whole thing a snooze fest, saying the acting is horrible and the scenes feel forced. One person even pointed out that Marquez could have just walked his daughter to the door and greeted the friend politely instead of turning it into a whole spectacle. Another interesting point viewers made is that Trisha's friend seemed way too hostile, almost as if she was the ex-wife instead of just the friend. People are suspecting that Trisha's been running her mouth to her friend about her ex, which would explain why the friend came in so hot. And if that's the case, then Trisha is low-key stirring the pot behind the scenes while trying to play innocent in front of the cameras. That's not going to win her any sympathy points with the audience. It just makes her look messy. Now, circling back to Carlos King, this is where I think he's completely missing the mark. You can't just plug into new people and expect them to replicate the magic that Melody and Martell had. Whether you loved them or hated them, Melody and Martell had undeniable on-screen chemistry and a level of authenticity that kept people invested in their story. The drama felt real because it was real. With Trisha and Marquez, it feels like they're trying too hard, and the audience can smell that a mile away. Forced drama never hits the same as genuine tension, and that's exactly why this attempt at a replacement is falling flat. And let's be real, Carlos King knows that without Melody Shari, the show's energy shifts. Melody is a fan favorite for a reason. She's smart, she's strong, and she knows how to command a scene without even trying. Martell, for all his flaws, also brought a certain dynamic that balanced out the cast. Take them out of the equation, and suddenly the show feels like it's scrambling to find a new focal point. But the problem is, you can't manufacture star power. Either you have it or you don't. So where does that leave us? Well, unless Carlos King changes his approach, I think we're going to see more and more viewers checking out. People are already saying they're over it. And if the ratings start to reflect that, it's going to be a wake-up call. But for now, we're just going to have to watch how this plays out. Will Trisha and Marquez somehow find a way to step up their game? Or will this whole replacement couple experiment crash and burn? Something tells me it's going to be the latter. And trust me, I have even more to say about this. So make sure you watch until the very end, 'cause the tea is only going to get hotter from here. The way this season is shaping up, I wouldn't be surprised if we see even more behind-the-scenes mess spill out into the public eye. And when it does, you know I'm going to be right here breaking it all down for you every step of the way. Martell, on the other hand, still out here trying to juggle his co-parenting relationship with Melody and his role in his son's life with Ariani. And from the outside looking in, it seems like that balancing act is getting harder, not easier. The court orders, the overnight stay rules, these things are constant reminders